Waves crash under a golden sunset. Palm trees sway in slow motion. A lone red lifeguard buoy bobs on the water, silent, waiting. A whistle blows. A crew of red swimsuit lifeguards run. Slow motion, muscles glistening. They dive into the surf. Rescue boards slice through foam. This was the promise. Sand, sun, heroes in swimwear. But behind the jumps, the slow motion runs, and the perfect smiles. There was grit, risk, fortune lost, and gambled. And when the tide turned, a fight for redemption. This is Baywatch. Hit subscribe now if you want to ride the waves of 80s and 90s television gold, because in 3 minutes, the beach burns. The date, April 23rd, 1989. That evening, the pilot of Baywatch, starring David Hasselhoff as Lieutenant Mitch Buchanan, aired on national television. Lifeguard drama, surf rescues, beach sunsets. It seemed harmless, light, fun, but the network saw a problem. Production costs were high. Shooting on location, ocean risks, and weather delays. Ratings were mediocre. Among dozens of new shows that season, Baywatch ranked 74th out of 111. The verdict, cancellation. End of story. Fable. Baywatch was always meant to be a long-running hit. Fact. It was scrapped after 1 season and nearly disappeared completely. But the story didn't end there. Here's where the real gamble happened. Baywatch's producers, including lifeguard-turned-creator Gregory J. Bernan, saw what nobody else did. This show wasn't for America. It was for the world. After NBC pulled the plug, they bought the rights back for a symbolic $10. David Hasselhoff, itching to salvage the show, agreed to cut his own pay and come aboard as executive producer. They relaunched the show in 1991, not on a major network, but directly into first-run syndication. It seemed straight out of a screenplay. Cancelled, reborn, renegotiated, but this time with a global audience in mind. And the payoff? Insane. At its peak, Baywatch became the most watched television series globally.
Don't worry, I'll testify.
I mean, warming up here all by yourself away from those younger, stronger swimmers whose only goal in life is to beat you out of a spot.
They don't intimidate.
Drawing over 1.1 billion viewers weekly across 142 countries. Suddenly, a show about lifeguards on the beaches of California became global escapism. Translated, dubbed, subtitled, and broadcast in every time zone, from Tokyo to Rio. It was redemption. It was a rebound no one saw coming. So, what triggered Baywatch's turnaround? Here are the lightning rods. The real facts that made it catch fire. Universal visuals. No complex dialogue. Run. Jump. Rescue. Sunset. Red bathing suits. The beach doesn't need subtitles. It just needs waves. And sun. 2 glamour and escapism. In a world suddenly closing in, with riots, a recession, and tech fears. Beach fantasies, saving lives, and bodies in the sun gave people hope. Global appeal. Export TV. Before, export TV was cool. Producers marketed to Europe, Asia, Latin America. Station by station. What bombed in LA succeeded in Lagos, Lisbon, Lima. Renewed cast and cheaper production. After official cancellation, costs were slashed. Smaller crews, reused beaches, tighter filming schedules. Savings made syndication sustainable. The fact was, Baywatch survived by lowering production costs and aiming internationally. Few visuals define 90s TV more than the red one-piece swimsuit, slow motion runs, sunscreen sheen, rescue boards gliding through surf. It was ridiculous. It was campy. And it worked. Rumor has it the red swimsuit was designed to mask budget cuts. Cheap fabric hides dirt. But that was a fable. The red swimsuit was a conscious brand choice. Baywatch Red, meant to stand out on global TV every time the tide rolled in. That red suit became a symbol, beyond the show, of beach life, summer freedom, and a kind of plastic paradise. When people think of 90s TV, they think slow motion, surf, sunset, red swimsuit. Yes, there was more than one face behind the sunglasses. Pamela Anderson, Yasmin Bleeth, Alexandra Paul, Jeremy Jackson, and dozens more. But the star of the show, always David Hasselhoff as Mitch Buchanan, the lifeguard lieutenant haunted by his past.
All right, the biggest shark.
I hate sharks.
Oh, come on, man, this is easy money. Easy.
Saving strangers at dawn, then driving home under the California moonlight. A rumor at the time was the show cast mostly models, not actors. This was a fact. At first, many cast members were selected more for looks than acting abilities. Producers openly admitted that magazine-ready bodies sold better worldwide than Emmy potential. But here's what's underrated. Despite the criticism, many of the actors worked their butts off. Beach rescues, underwater stunts, night shoots, burnouts, sunburns, real physical risk. This wasn't glamour all the way. Sometimes it was survival. Here's the behind-the-scenes twist nobody saw coming. The original creator, Gregory Bernan, had been a real LA County lifeguard in the 1970s. When the show was cancelled, he still believed, because he saw lifeguards, real danger, real heroism. He pitched Baywatch not as a network show, but as a global syndication package. He argued, the beaches belong to everyone. So should Baywatch. In 1991, syndication deals rolled in. Europe, Asia, Latin America, and Australia. Beach culture translated. Swimwear didn't need subtitles. Slow-motion rescue runs became icons worldwide, and when that globe turned red with 1.1 billion weekly viewers, the lifeguards got their water wings again. Because Baywatch proved something powerful. You don't need high art, complex scripts, or grim realism. You need dreams. Dreams of sun, surf, heroism, dreams of escape. And for nearly every continent, every summer, and every language, Baywatch delivered. Baywatch looked like a family-friendly show. Sunshine, smiles, ocean rescues, a wholesome Californian dream. But behind the cameras, it was anything but wholesome. Cast turnover, exhausting shoots, pay disputes, overworked stunt crews, press scrutiny that bordered on cruelty, and the biggest secret of all, almost nobody was paid what you'd expect for the world's most watched show to be paid. Why? Because first-run syndication meant no network money, and almost everyone was considered replaceable. Except the Hoff. Of course, the rumor that Baywatch stars made Hollywood money was a fable. Most cast members were paid closer to daytime soap wages, especially early seasons, long shooting days. No residuals in syndication, free training required, swimming, lifeguard drills, ocean rescues, no stunt bump for dangerous surf work. It was sun, salt, beauty, and burnout. Some actors worked side jobs between seasons, just to cover bills. Meanwhile, the show raked in international millions. One cast member later admitted, Baywatch was the most watched show on Earth, and we were the only ones not earning like it. Pamela Anderson didn't just join the show, she redefined it. Pamela Anderson arrived in season 3, and the global spotlight shifted instantly. Baywatch became synonymous with sexy slow-mo, beach glamour, high-gloss escapism. But behind that image was a reality. Pamela was exhausted, overworked, and subjected to a level of paparazzi harassment that bordered on dangerous. Rumors at the time were that the producers made her sign a running contract clause, requiring a certain amount of slow-mo per episode. This is a fable, but only barely. Producers did track how well each episode performed in test markets. Pamela's scenes, they spiked viewership across 30+ countries. The result? More screen time, more rescues, more slow-motion runs, more pressure. Pamela later revealed, it was amazing, and it was insane. If Pamela Anderson was the blonde bombshell, Yasmin was the brunette icon. Dark hair, piercing blue eyes, and a performance style that combined intensity with softness. But Yasmin struggled beneath the pressure. Tabloids made up rumors that she and Pamela Anderson feuded. But again, this is a fable. Their schedules rarely overlapped, and they weren't even on the same episodes most of the time. The truth, Yasmin's issues were with producers, grueling work hours, relentless beauty demands, and the media targeting her body constantly. Her struggle with addiction came later, but Baywatch was the pressure cooker that set the stage. Baywatch was dangerous. The ocean is unpredictable, and so were the stunts. Real jet ski collisions, riptides, underwater entanglements, boat engines failing mid-scene, unexpected storms rolling in. Another rumor at the time was that a stunt performer was attacked by a shark. But this is a fable. Sort of. They weren't attacked. But during filming, a stunt diver, prepping a scene, had a 10-foot shark swim between him and the camera boat. He froze. The shark kept going. The shot was never used. Then there was the rumor that the cast had to sign shark liability waivers. This is indeed a fact. Early seasons required open water risk acknowledgement. It didn't use the word shark, but the implication was clear. David Hasselhoff wasn't just the star, he was the anchor.
Hey, where do you guys think you're going, huh?
Hey, man, we didn't do anything. We're just defending ourselves.
Yeah, you dropped in on us.
That's bull and you know it. You're grounded. The beach is off limits from now on.
What? That's bogus, man. This is public property. You can't tell us where to surf.
Wrong, pal. You endangered lives. It's my call. You're out of here. Go on, get out of here.
After NBC cancelled the show, Hasselhoff put his money, reputation, and sweat into its return. He became executive producer. He helped salvage financing. He guided tone and casting. And sometimes, he threw his weight around. Some said Hasselhoff banned male cast members from having better abs than him. But again, this is a fable, although producers did require body maintenance clauses. Men had to stay within 5 to 7% body fat. Women were required to maintain on-camera physical consistency. The industry was brutal. The Hoff, however, was famously supportive. He brought crew their favorite foods. He checked in on struggling cast members. He fought for storylines that weren't just beaches and bikinis. He said, Baywatch will live or die by heart, not hot bodies. And he was right. Baywatch rented a real Malibu house for exterior scenes. But Malibu is not subtle. Tourists camped outside the property. Paparazzi used drones and telephoto lenses. Fans trespassed constantly. Rumor has it, a fan tried to swim onto the set. This is a fact. Security had to rescue him. He thought he'd get a walk-on role by proving his swim skills. Spoiler alert, he did not. The beaches you saw on Baywatch, they were not pristine paradise. Between shoots, trash washed ashore. Crowds needed to be cleared. Jellyfish drifted into shallow water. Cold Pacific currents froze the cast in the mornings. Windstorms blew sand into eyes and mouths constantly. Many scenes took 4 hours to shoot because the waves kept knocking actors over.
Here goes. Arm up.
Filming in unpredictable ocean conditions meant rip currents, massive waves, fog rolling in mid-shoot, jet skis overturning, dive gear malfunction, unstable sandbars. One veteran cast member later admitted the ocean did not care about your lines. Another rumor was that a cast member nearly drowned filming a night rescue. This is a fact. A nighttime scene with strong currents pulled an actor underwater. The stunt team reacted fast. They saved him. Production shut down for 24 hours. The scene was never aired. And glamour often meant wet sand, numb feet, red sunburn peeling, and salt water up the nose. But the cast pushed through it. By the mid-90s, Baywatch wasn't just a TV show. It was a world movement, broadcast in 142 countries, translated into 44 languages, reaching an audience no network drama had ever seen. Guinness World Records declared it. the most watched TV series in the world. The appeal? Simple, heroic rescues, sun-drenched fantasy, universal visuals, and optimism. Bright, loud, unapologetic optimism. Baywatch became a posters, pinball machines, video games, Halloween costumes, theme park attractions, international merchandise. The beach was open for business, and the world bought a souvenir. But for every slow-motion run across warm sand, there was a cold truth underneath. Baywatch's popularity came with consequences, especially for its cast. Some actors, especially the women, were scrutinized relentlessly. Physical appearance, weight changes, swimwear fit, tabloid stories, paparazzi stalking, body comparison every single week. And the pressure hit hard. Pamela Anderson's struggle. Pamela Anderson, despite global fame, faced near-constant harassment from tabloids. She later said the pressure made her feel like she was living in a glass cage. Yasmin Bleeth's downward spiral. Yasmin Bleeth, who joined in the season 4, became a fan favorite, but the obsession with her body, combined with fame's relentless pressure, contributed to her addiction struggles years later. Her exit was tragic but human, and deeply tied to the fame machine Baywatch created. Jeremy Jackson's growing pains. The actor who played Hobie, Mitch's son, shot to childhood fame. He later revealed, "Baywatch was amazing, and it also sent me into a tailspin I wasn't prepared for." Substance abuse, rehab, and painful recovery followed. The show that wouldn't die. Baywatch conquered the world, but nothing lasts forever. By the late 90s, plots felt repetitive. Rescue scenes reused footage. Cast turnover increased. Syndication money started dipping. Fans began drifting to newer, edgier shows. Season after season, the spark dimmed. Producers tried everything: new love interests, new villains, new beach locations, new cast, more slow motion than ever. Nothing stopped the slow decline. Finally, the tide receded. Baywatch ended in 2001 after 11 seasons.
Daddy? I'm sorry.
Kaka, Daddy is so happy to see you. Now, no say nothing, okay? No need to speak.
A cultural earthquake. A piece of global history. Hollywood couldn't let Baywatch stay buried though. Enter Dwayne Johnson and Zac Efron, fronting a 2017 comedic reboot. The rumor was that the movie would reignite the franchise. But this was a fable. It was a financial modest success, but a critical wipeout. Too silly, too crude, too far removed from the heart of the original. But it wasn't all bad. Pamela Anderson and David Hasselhoff filmed cameos that fans loved, and while the movie didn't revive the show, it reminded the world of the icon Baywatch once was. Where are they now? David Hasselhoff, Mitch Buchanan, still the lifeguard of the world's heart, acting, singing, appearing in international events, and embracing the nostalgia. He often says Baywatch was his greatest joy and greatest gamble. Pamela Anderson, C.J. Parker, now a celebrated author and activist. Her 2023 memoir and Netflix documentary reframed her story, inspiring millions. Yasmin Bleeth, Caroline Holden, living privately, far from Hollywood, focusing on recovery and peace. Alexandra Pole, Stephanie Holden, became an activist, environmentalist, and documentary filmmaker. Jeremy Jackson, Hobie Buchanan, after years of turmoil, he continues working on sobriety, fitness, and healing. Baywatch didn't just create stars. It shaped lives, sometimes painfully, sometimes beautifully. Next time on Rad Recaps, we leave the beach behind and head back to the suburbs, where nostalgia rules, childhood is messy, and truth is stranger than memory. The wonder years, where we'll separate fact from fable.